She told me no over and over. She rejected me time after time. But in the end, I was still able to secure the bag. In this video, I'm gonna tell you all about how I turned the seller's no's into yes and got a cash offer to put money in my pocket.
Got you. And ideally, like, what are you looking to do next?
I'm going back home.
Okay.
New York.
Purchasing a property?
Yes.
Or? Okay, nice.
Yeah, I want to be there before school starts. Going back to the suburbs.
Okay, nice. What part of New York?
I'm from New York, Queens,
okay.
the city.
Nice, nice.
Don't play with
Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to Queens. I'm going up to like Marathon.
Okay.
Like upstate.
Okay.
It'll be nice. So.
Cool. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. So KJ was telling me that you had a potential offer for owner financing.
Yes.
Okay.
But I was trying to just see what else is out there.
Yeah.
And as I told him, I'm highly motivated. I'm very open. I'm transparent in what I'm looking for. I'm willing to give to get. And like I said, I need to get out of here before school opens up. So when school opens up, I'm already acclimated there, or I'm already trying to do whatever I need to do to get that to where it needs to be. So potentially I'm gone from here. This is already closed on. So I don't want to waste any time.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out what it is, like trying to find the right person who needs the same as me, like would like this home to make it their own. Because I mean, they can either go back to a duplex, put the kitchen back, or and then put the 2 doors back how it originally was, or the meters are there, or do the room rentals, or do the floor rentals.
Yeah.
I mean, the room rent was killing it.
Where'd you find your tenants from? No.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, the fluctuation of people.
Yeah.
Was great.
Were they reliable?
The first 2 years I did okay, but the second year I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I didn't have time to kind of come over here, do the like back checks. I do background checks. I make them pay the $50 for me to do the credit, and I'll know if they even have a traffic ticket.
Yeah.
I won't do anybody who has eviction.
Yeah.
And then I keep Mr. Paddish on hand, so you can always. You know, Mr. Paddish is great. He's in Norfolk.
Who's that?
Lawrence Paddish.
Paddish.
He's one of the big time.
His lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he deals
Evictions?
with realtor. Right.
Okay.
So just in case like I have any issues, or like he does all my, if I don't have any issues, he just does all the like lease agreement. Cool. So that way it's tight knit and people just want to leave after they read his, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I did have any issues, they know.
Interesting. Yeah, I was just curious just to see, because I thought about getting tenants from Facebook, and I thought, you never know.
Say try a better, I would Airbnb. Miss Renee, she does well in Chesapeake. She's out there on Forest Lake Drive, Chesapeake, Great Bridge.
Yeah.
She also has properties out in Virginia Beach. I go to visit her things. Her things is like open door, closed shut. It's easy. So I would, if I could do it, I would do the Airbnb this time. Probably still rent rooms upstairs and Airbnb on the first floor, if that makes any sense.
It's doable, yeah. When I went to Detroit a couple months ago, it was an Airbnb like that, where the upstairs.
Rent it out.
Yeah, but that way, like, you didn't have to go through the downstairs to get to the upstairs, if that makes sense. Like, when you went from the exterior of the property to get upstairs, you just went straight from the driveway, like, to stairs upstairs.
And that was one of the renovations I was thinking about doing, but I went with the back deck. I was going to make the stairs go up from there. And
the best way to do it.
Like, cut it off from somewhere over here.
Because it's hard to do a duplex with egress and ingress into another side.
Right.
It gets difficult when it comes to that.
You could put the 2 doors back and put the thing back here. The wall. Put the 2 doors back.
You could, yeah.
Yes. There's tissue there, water. The water.
Yeah, that would be doable.
That's what I wanted to do, actually. That's why I started building.
That wouldn't even be too much to drywall right there.
Right.
Just get rid of that light, put drywall right there.
And put the 2 doors back how originally was. Because that doorway opening is not even your standard, it's 38. So, because I kind of close it up. The same thing you see me doing to the bathroom. I said, the door doesn't close in the bathroom.
Okay.
Hanging doors is not my strong suit. But you can always take the hinge and readjust it. It does not. I didn't align it properly because there was no door there.
I was like, wait, am I going to break?
No, there was no door there.
Yeah.
Put the doors up. There were not much here, and I got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the main thing that you need from the sale? Like
funds for me to get the other house and make an offer.
Okay.
That would be like my number one thing, just so I can make her an offer. And she's an older lady, she's a senior, and she wants to go and be with her children. Okay. So I would love to take her home, and I just would like the money to make the offer and just put a unit there. There's an air there, which is odd. It's the same exact house. Size, color, the aesthetic, everything. Farid, yes. Come. Let her sleep a little bit longer.
How much, do you know how much you own the property? Like what your payoff is?
Like, let's say 170.
Okay.
That's just rough.
Okay.
It's less, but roughly 170.
Yeah, so originally I was thinking of like a creative offer, but you're saying more so you want the funds to be able to put into the next property. So creative wouldn't necessarily work in that example or in that instance for you.
Why? What is it that you was? What was your? What was you willing to do?
Yeah, so more so what I would do is what's called subject to. So purchasing the property subject to the seller's existing mortgage. So what I do typically is similar to owner financing, but the difference with owner financing is one.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So difference with owner finance is one, you have to own the property free and clear to do owner financing. But when there's still a mortgage on the property, you can do subject to seller's existing mortgage. So basically what it is I would take over the terms of your loan in that instance.
That sounds great.
Okay. But then if you're interested in it, then we just gotta see, I would say, what the payment would be for you.
My mortgage is 1502.
Well, I'm saying as far as to take over it, because I know you were saying you more so wanted some funds, like a decent amount. And for mine, I try to be under 20K entry. And entry means as far as the closing costs, as far as what I paid to the seller, as far as what I paid to the agent, all of that, I try to stay under 20K.
Okay, so I mean, and now you would assume the mortgage every month.
Yeah. So basically, in your sense, for you, it would be like you sold the property. Like you wouldn't have any ties to the property, except the mortgage would still stay in your name, which is a good thing because that's going to keep on boosting your credit score.
Okay, all right. So PSA. So we did some research, and it looks like a lot of people that are watching, you're not subscribed to the channel. So please do me a favor, because I'm giving you guys these free videos, free high-level information on real estate and real estate investing. Please, just for me. Just for me. All you gotta do is click the subscribe button, just subscribe to the channel. Oh, also, just bonus, just share it with a friend who can find this helpful. Thank you.
I have it in my contracts that if I miss one payment, basically our agreement is null and void, so you get the house back. So it would be stupid for me to miss one payment.
Right. And how long this would go on for?
This would until
the life of the loan.
Exactly, the life of the loan. So I have 8 properties now that way that I purchased. So it's a pretty easy strategy for me. And, you know, my intention, like I tell people, I'm in real estate for profit at the end of the day. So I would either make it a rental or a long-term investment property, or there's a few different ways I could go with this one. But also too, I'm just factoring, you know, I am going to have to do some rehab. I'm going to have to spend some money into it. So that's also kind of what I'm trying to factor into my entry too.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was looking, I'm going to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I was hoping that we're going to get closer to what it's going to cost just to get them right. With that being said, I mean, what you're saying is not totally something I wouldn't go for. Okay. But do allow me just the opportunity to just sleep on it.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
No, I'm just throwing options out there. You know, when it comes to options. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm running numbers on right now, because another thing I'm thinking is I could flip this one, so renovate it and then relist it on the market. So I'm just trying to
versus $475.
Nah, it wouldn't be that much, honestly.
Really? Because the houses on that block is going
so
fully renovated.
I mean, there's a new construction one, 2024, 4-bed, 3 baths at 360. Right. So, of course, this one, you know, even if it's brand new renovated, it's still going to be valued less than a new construction home would be. So based on some of the comps I'm seeing, and I try to be not too aggressive, because when you're too aggressive with your after repair value, that's the quickest way to lose money in real estate. I've seen so many people do that, unfortunately, where they're like, oh, the home could be worth 400 and they're banking on it, and a lot of times they don't get it. It'll sell for 350. And if you expect it to make 50,000 more, that's how people lose money on deals. So I always try to be not too conservative, but I try to be realistic with my numbers. So based on that, let me look at some more.
You remember when you was pricing?
Right. Yeah, I know. Because look, I started at, you got to think of ours here, because I started at like, I wanted like 489.
Oh my gosh.
There was a lady that called me. Actually, it was 390. 400, right? There was a lady that called here and she wanted to do 400.
I'll tell you, a lot of people are going to say something. Where I tell people, any agents, like, don't take a listing if you can't sell it. A lot of people will just take listings and they'll just say whatever just to get the listings, but that's dumb. It doesn't do anybody any service.
Right.
The agent, they're losing money and they're losing time, and same thing for the owner. They're losing money, they're losing time.
Right.
Because if a house, I'll be honest, I've left many appointments where I'm like, hey, like, we just can't agree to it. Because let's say if you want 400, but I look at the comps, it's selling at 300, I'm not gonna list your house for 400. It doesn't do anybody any service at the end of the
Right.
day. But a lot of people will. They'll just be like, hey, I just want a listing, so I'm gonna do whatever. And I don't think that's a smart strategy to do.
Right. Well, we met each other halfway. He wanted a price. I wanted a price. So we kind of met each other halfway with the timeline and price.
Yeah.
It came out to the 375. I mean, I know it wasn't completely, this was like a happy space. Okay. It was a happy space for me. But I mean, I'm flexible. So with that being said, if need to be, I don't mind because of me having the timeline constraints to kind of, you know, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, I think that might be a good option for you. I'm just looking at some more
So look
comps.
at that real quick.
So trying to just run some comps right now. Look at ones that have recently sold. So you said somebody had told you that there was ones that was selling at 500.
No, 4. The lady that called, she said 4. Remember? Because we just met. He just was like, she said 4. She told me I was selling myself short, that I can easily go for 4 in my area.
No.
She said there's some price at like 650, 570.
650.
Yeah, around the corner by the church.
So when you're factoring, what you want to do is within a half a mile distance. So I'm literally up here right now looking at ones. There hasn't been any that have, the most expensive one closed at 445. I don't know why that closed at that much. And then there's a new
Crawford?
construction one. Yeah, Crawford. There's one on Hatton Street
I've just been following it myself.
that sold at 415. But these are kind of anomalies, I'll say. I don't know those.
To be honest, the whole thing is for me, I was kind of suggesting that we kind of started out a little bit, and then because I was on such a time constraint, I wanted to be almost like a short sell, but like how you have the escalating bids, but more of a lowering bid, the opposite, just so slowly we would decrease it.
I'm not a fan of that strategy, to be honest with you.
What?
It sounds good. It does sound good, but in reality, it usually works against you. And I'll say that to say, like, all right, let's say you list a house at, let's say 400, for example, and then you all of a sudden drop to 350. Instead of people be like, oh my God, I'm about to get a great deal. They're like, what's wrong? You know? People be like, what's happened? Why they drop so much? You know?
Yeah.
So it can kind of, and also too, like it's almost like sharks in the water. So I know if I was representing the buyer and I saw that, I'm like, okay, they're desperate. We're about to hit them for everything. We're about to get this price reduction. We're about to get all the closing costs covered. We're about to hit them in the head when it comes to the home inspection. We're about to get a home warranty, because that screams desperation to me when I'm representing buyers. So it's because I have a lot of sellers who say similar things, which it
leave myself
seems like it makes sense.
like space for wiggle, like just in case somebody try to shortchange me, come with a low ball offer. I had room that would probably low ball me to where I wanted to be, my sweet spot.
Give me an example of that.
My sweet spot was 350, 360.
So I think 350, 360 is your very top. Just looking at some of these comps. Yeah, because I'm looking at, so this right here, let's look at this one right here, Webster Avenue. This is brand new renovation, 3.5, 2,300, brand new renovation. Now, the thing with this one, like, this is hard because a lot of these, like, rooms aren't going to necessarily count as far as, like, bedrooms when it comes to MLS. So this also means more rehab. So what more than likely they're going to do is they're going to take this wall down and they're going to put it back to where it was. So, of course, that's more money. That bedroom may be able to suffice. I think that bedroom.
Yeah, because it was an existing bedroom. The closet. I just widened it.
I mean, you can build a closet. That's not, I mean, you got a drywall. That's not too crazy, though. Yeah. So they are going to have to, like, spend a decent amount of money in there. So that's when factoring in, this one in its present condition versus, like, a one like this. This is brand new renovated. It's already ready to go, Yeah,
turnkey.
Yeah. So that's why this one sold at 365, which, that was brand new? Yeah, brand new renovation. But this one right here, as far as layout, 5 bed, 2, it's bigger though, 2,800 square feet, 330. So this one, we're kind of up against the wall with a few things. So one of the biggest things is getting it like conforming again, getting it more similar to, like I said, conforming. That's going to be a big thing, which is going to increase the rehab costs. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer to kind of find comps, because I want to be more accurate.
Right, and then take into consideration, like, you're in walking distance from Old Town.
Yeah, for sure. This location. So what I do is factor in within half a mile distance. So pretty much all of these ones are gonna be,
because it's very walkable here.
Yeah,
you got Taco Bell, Church's Chicken. I mean, it's greasy, but it's affordable.
Yeah,
you got a lot. You got all your basic eateries downtown. You have your nightlife here. You have access to water. If you walk 2 blocks this way, the water entrance is right here.
Yep.
If you walk down that way, it's a little longer to one of the ferry entrances right there as well. It's a historic area, Parkview as well. these are all seniors, retired people. So it's a very quiet area.
Cause I even thought about, all right, so if we look at, and this is why like, it's so interesting. So there's one that sold at 310. It's 3.5, 2,100 square feet.
That's Old Town.
You're right. Okay.
It's over.
Let me put that in a little bit.
And Old Town is a lot
Let
different.
me do just half a mile.
Yeah, down there is a lot different from on this side.
039.
You could just tell by the architecture, because back there, because that's so close to the water, 9 times out of the 10, the homes are going to be built with brick or like.
Because I thought about, okay, what if we got converted back to a duplex? So looking at this one, I guess so, because there's nothing else. This one, I mean, it's not renovated, but so we'll take that out. But this one is renovated. This is on market currently.
Okay.
It's 4 beds, 2 bath. Each unit has 2 bed, 1 bath. This is on market for $285. So
they have the 2 doors in front.
So factoring done in, and then.
And you said how much is that? $285.
$285. Yeah, it's on market for.
Okay.
And I try to look at ones that have actually sold or are pending instead of just on market, because like I could list a property for $1 million today. And maybe
gonna
worth
get that
$10,000, you know.
Yeah.
So I try not to look at the ones that are on market as real ones, but I will check them out a little bit just to kind of see like what the competition is doing.
Yeah, sure. I knew that price would be a little shaky.
Yeah.
But then again,
Well, look, what's that? 1038 Blair Street. That's in the same block. It's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 23 square feet. It's off market, but it was $348.70, and that sold this year recently, and that's right there.
1038 Blair.
Just for a comparison, and I've seen inside that house, and he didn't have much going on at all. It's just the location, the convenience of the school being 1 block, just the historic area, military mostly are here. It's a lot of military or veterans who are retired. So they kind of bring comfort because they like it to be quiet like that. But for a younger family, the block over, and they do have more children there. But on this whole block going to the school, it's only 2 blocks. It's nothing but seniors. So you see a lot of them, bless you, on their porches, or getting up like 7 in the morning to go to the community center. You know what I mean?
This must have sold off market.
So yeah, it's off market. It's sold on June 13th.
I'm saying they must have sold it. Like it must have been private owner.
Yeah, he did the same thing I was trying to do, but then he called me.
Okay, so you were selling for sale by owner.
Yeah, but he called me that day. I posted it, so I was like, well, maybe it's a godsend. Maybe I should just go with him and let him do it instead of me stressing myself trying to figure out everything on my own.
Which is the best way to do it. Most for sale by owners, they only typically sell when
they know someone
else. Maybe the previous tenant that purchases it. Yeah,
right.
Because there's
a tenant like that. He's really wants it,
but he wants to do owner finance,
right? But I want to know that the funds is gonna be there because I have things to do.
Yeah,
and I want to mess around. I know he has some funds, but I just want to make sure of it. Like it has to be a lot to be, you know what I mean? So
I was gonna say, if you're gonna do owner finance, you might as well sell it to me subject too.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, as long as something, works out, I can get to where I gotta go. I'm fine with it. I'll go.
It's just the only thing about it is you're not gonna I know you want a larger sum up front. With owner finance or subject to, you're not gonna be able to get that. Yeah, I mean, I will say this is a bit different style house also too.
And his rooms is with that plywood all around inside.
4 bed, 2.5 bath, 2304. Yeah,
I can show you one
and
more.
It's a 1982, so it's not new, but
But he has plywood inside. Plywood.
More than likely, this is probably from the previous. It doesn't show how many days on market it was, but more likely the previous tenant purchased it, or like a cousin or something.
I don't know. I didn't ask him that because he left. His daughter took him and he left.
Because it's way over this. It's sold way over this estimate, and estimates are usually way higher than what the home is actually valued at.
Miss D down the block is doing the same thing. She purchased it from one of the old people down there, and she's turning it into a duplex. So if you drive down this block, and that corner, there's a corner before you get to the end of with that L. I'm not really familiar around here. I don't do much, but that corner there, she's changing hers into a duplex.
Here's another one right here, sold on Blair Street. This sold at $280. So 3.5, 2,500 square feet. Show you that one. This is the most recent sold one on Blair Street.
You said
this sold.
How much is it?
It sold at $280. Let's see. Yeah, that's the most expensive home ever to sell on Blair Street. That is recorded in the MLS.
You're trying to be your next home before the end of August.
So the lady, she wants to leave August 8th. So she kind of wants, she started packing up and stuff like that. So she kind of wants to go. And so she's eager as well as I am. So her grandkids and stuff like that, she wants to get up and help her daughter with the kids and stuff. So she kind of wants to get a ball running. So she's there and already got herself acclimated so that she's able to meet the need of whatever her children and grandchildren need. That's so crazy that you're saying that, because now I'm looking at Webster, right where I told you in that area, and it's 284 Webster Avenue, and that's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and he has 1,100 square feet. That's 294.
It sold at 294.
Yeah,
What is the address for that one?
it's only 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
284. Oh,
3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom.
284 Webster. Okay. 284
And
Webster.
Webster Street is which way?
That block that I was just talking about, up the block, right here. So there's this Hatton, and then I think that's, what's that? Fort Lane or Hatton?
The next one over?
Wait, he sold it?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't see that one.
Okay. All right, that's Hatton. I get confused. All right, so that's Hatton. The next block after Hatton, I think that's Veteran Avenue. Or what is that, Webster? Hold on. Don't quote me, because I don't know the name of these streets here. Webster Avenue before you get to Elm. So that duplex is there as well that I was telling you about. All those houses are in the same similar, but not even
So-
Victoria.
With that one that you just showed me earlier, I think they may have did owner financing. The one that was at the higher price on Blair. More than likely that's what it was, because I'm in the tax records and it doesn't have any past sale. If it was sold traditionally, it would have been in there in tax records. So what does happen sometimes, people will pay over for owner finance, but for owner finance they have to own it free and clear, because like for example, at least for me, it's all about terms. So let's say a property with owner finance, it's like a seesaw in a sense. You got price and you got terms. So let's say I want to buy the property for 200K, and the owner, they're like, well, I'll sell it to you for 200K, but we do a 10% interest rate. That puts my monthly payment at like 2,000. Okay, there's one option there. Or he'll be like, all right, you want terms? All right, I'll give you your terms. I'll give you, let's say, 0% interest rate, but you got to purchase it for 350. Okay, well, my monthly payment at that point, let's say, is 1,000.
Okay.
Even though I'm technically paying $150,000 more, my monthly is $1,000 less. So I would go with that option to pay way more in the price because I get the terms that I want, if that makes sense.
Right.
So that's the thing about owner finance and why it's very lucrative for all parties, both investors and sellers. So I think that was the case with that one, because I'm like, it doesn't make any sense that he would pay that much for it. But if he did owner finance, I mean, it makes perfect sense at that point.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, just something I can work with.
Yeah. So let's say if we did a traditional offer, honestly, what I would say is if I was flipping it, if I'm being smart, I would say I would list it.
After it's renovated?
Yeah, after it's renovated. To be smart, I mean, especially now with the market shifting the way it is, you don't want to get too aggressive because interest rates have gotten a lot higher. When interest rates get higher, that also means that it's more expensive.
Right.
Like their monthly is more expensive. So
Right.
we see a lot of buyers. I mean, you've seen it with your home being on the market. A lot of buyers are super picky right now.
Right.
So when things are like at the top of their price point, I'm like, so I feel like possibly we could push it 325, but I wouldn't list it more than 325 to be honest with you. So, and that's just me as an investor. So say if I push that 315, we're running my formula. I'll show you the exact formula that I do as an investor. So my formula is MAO, my max allowable offer is I'll take my MAO times that by 10% of the ARV. The ARV is after repair value, after a split. So I'll do 315 times 10%. That's 31,500 right there. So I subtract 315 minus 31,500. All right. And I did that 10% is my cost of sale. So 3% listing agent, 3% buyer's agent, 3% closing costs. You always want to factor in closing costs. And then 1% for any termite, moisture repairs, closing costs, things like that. So subtracting that, I'm at 283,500. Now this is before my rehab costs also too. So I got to factor in my rehab costs.
Before your rehab costs
Yeah,
too?
before my rehab costs.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my investor right here. I'm taking you through the exact formula.
Okay.
So you can, because a lot of people like, they'll get offers and like, oh my gosh, we're getting this lowball offer. But I like to tell sellers exactly why, the offer is where it's
All right,
at.
so let me know. Let me see.
Okay. So factoring that in, I'll ask your opinion first. How much do you think it will cost to rehab this house?
If I, like all the things that it's depending on what would the functionality of the home be, rental or personal?
It would be a flip. So personal.
Honestly, I would say about 10 to 15.
Oh my gosh. It's
And
super
that's only
conservative.
because there's no foundational issues. I wouldn't say there's any roof issues, and I wouldn't say there's any issues with my water tank. That's the only reason I would say that. Now, those things run into more in HVAC, but the issues that I think that are here would be just more minute, and that's just like moving things around, drywalling, sheetrocking, mud and taping, updating, kind of thing, more modernizing, than any like real difficult like issues or just the exterior, maybe just painting and then redoing like maybe a piece of wood that's over there that like is coming off that I didn't tend to it yet. Painting, more cosmetic, superficial laying of plaster and painting because I painted and I did have somebody go over it, but it's superficial. So you might see some seams. So little stuff like that. I mean, a rug.
So we have, I get what you're saying. I'll kind of give you my mindset on it.
Okay.
So we got 3 bathrooms that are here. Just starting off the bathrooms, I just did one for a much smaller house. Each bathroom cost me about $12K.
What? Each bathroom? Let me fix those bathrooms. Seriously?
But also too, these are like real like renovations, like where we're doing tiling, where we're replacing fixtures, ducting, baseboards, all of that. So making sure the renovations are like real solid, because that's the biggest thing. Like a lot of people want to go cheap when it comes to flips and kind of just skirt by, but that's one of the worst things that you can do, because one, property's already sitting as enough as is, and flips already sit longer than regular houses for whatever reason. So if you go cheap, you're going to hold the property for more, and when I flip a property, typically I get hard money, so it's going to be more expensive the longer I hold the property. My interest rates are going to go crazy. So I'd much rather
Just get
exactly. And if I have to spend a little bit more, but also my guys, I got a really good relationship with them, so I know they're not head popping me. So let's say $12K for each bathroom. 12 times 3, I'm already at 36 just off of the bathrooms, right?
Right.
So, you know, factor in drywalling. Kitchen's gonna have to get redone.
The kitchen here?
Cause you gotta think, we're renovating the property, right? Like we can't have A-worded, you know, think of a better word to say it, but you know, we gotta actually do what we gotta do. Kitchen's gonna run at least, let's say 12 probably. So 36 plus 12. Just kitchen and bathrooms, we're at 48. Just put random miscellaneous there before we even get to, I can't tell the roof because it's too tall, but I do know that fascia.
We can climb out there.
It's dark right now.
It's another roof on top. It's a smaller roof up there that I usually climb up on. Like when you go out the window, you just step out, and then the ledge you could climb up by the T. I don't go far out.
I don't climb on roofs.
Okay, but you can see there, and I have pictures too. You can see where, you know, everything was fixed and newer shingles there.
So I do know you're gonna have to replace that fascia, cause
I know that one.
So that's gonna run bar minimum like
filled
3,500. Nah, it's probably like more. I think when I had to do mine was like 6. I want to say. So we're already 50 plus 6. 55. Foundation, I can't really tell what's going on there. I know we're gonna have to put a vapor barrier at the bar minimum. That's if everything else is good. Your attic needs some insulation. So we're already at 60K just very quickly without having a contractor really look. And when they come through, it's gonna be more than that. So you think it'd be fair to say like 65, 70? Just off what I'm saying.
Oh my God. I mean, I probably wouldn't put it all into that, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I probably would put it into stove, just dividing it, you know, because it needs a newer stove.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If I had to divide it, the rehab cost is gonna cost like 2 times more. Like putting in duplex. I think that would probably be one of the best uses.
Thing to do. That's what I was gonna do.
It's gonna be more expensive doing it that way.
Right, being that it's already zoned as a duplex.
Yeah.
And the meters.
And the meters are there, which is good.
Right.
But also you have to separate it, and then also you're talking about like adding, like turning that closet back to a stove again. That can get tough, because then we're talking about putting all the stuff for a kitchen in there, and then people more so they want an updated kitchen. So you know, your fridge part, not just putting a little fridge, you got to put the little plumbing for the water for the fridge too. So
but the kitchen's right adjacent to it, so it's nothing to run some pecs going up.
Okay.
So it's like right on top of it. So I'm guessing that's why they had it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right over there, because just run the lines right on up. This is right under it.
And then building stairs to it to access it.
And from the back, right?
Yeah.
That would make more sense. That's what this is all the stuff that I was going to be doing. But just, like I said, personal issues. But this is where I was leaning towards, because it was going to make more sense.
Yeah.
Than the rooming that I was doing.
And we have 6 weeks before we try to leave.
Yes. That timeline is real.
Honestly, I would say 65, 70 is probably your range as far as rehab goes.
6 weeks? Wait, hold. 6 weeks? Not 6 weeks?
Until August 20.
Oh, okay. I'll think. Okay. Yeah, I want to go before then.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I'm trying to go before then.
So what was my numbers again? Okay, so I said 315 times 0.1, 315 minus 31,500.
So be frank with me. Yeah. Like, just give me the two. Don't run me through the numbers. I know it's gonna need some work. I'm being realistic. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I just want to make sure that it's something that's like doable for your interest and my own. So just something that is going to transcend and make sense for both parties. So just hit me frank. Let me know what you want or what you're looking for. I'll let you know what I'm willing to throw on the table. I'm willing to throw some things on the table to make it a more sweeter deal for you to want.
Like what?
So, like I said, the utilities. I offered furniture.
Oh, so that's the thing. So like when we flip it, everything's gonna go.
Oh, so you don't want nothing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's going.
Okay. Well, then
I mean, to make it sweeter for you, we'll take care of all the
Like-
removal costs. Like you could leave everything in here if you want,
okay.
and we'll take care of all that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's even better because I don't want to have a big truck this time. I had 2 20-foot-8 trucks to get here
Yeah, that's no
and
problem. at
5
all.
units.
We'll take care of all the general costs. That's fine.
So, I mean,
Because I'm gonna have to pay for dumpsters anyway. So might as well.
materials, like I still have like porcelain tiles. That's what initially was supposed to go up there.
So I made that mistake with my first flip. I
What?
can tell you about that. Where
You
the
put porcelain
seller was
tile?
like, "I've got materials for you."
It was bad
Yeah.
because
they-
you're like,
So one thing that I did, what was it, the cabinet? Or was it the floor? Yeah, it was the cabinet. So they said they had brought like a bunch of cabinets from IKEA.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. And then when it came time, so the contractor, he tore out the old cabinets and he went to put in new cabinets. There wasn't enough cabinets. So not only did I pay him to tear out the old cabinets, I had to pay him to install what was supposed to be new
The brand
cabinets. I
new.
had to pay him again to take them out. Then I had to pay him again to put in the brand new cabinets that I brought because there wasn't enough from
buy more cabinets to match.
it. They don't make for IKEA. It'd be like very specific.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Sweden.
Not Sweden necessarily, but it's interesting. Like sometimes they don't have that certain model anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's just what that was. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just buy my own materials from now on. It's just better that way.
Well, you let me know what is it that I can do to sweeten the deal to make it more appealing to your better nature and appealing for me to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think just the most important thing for me is just the price. Just lock it in a good price. Because, I mean, there's not really much you have to do on your end.
Right.
Like, I could kind of provide a lot more value when it comes to that. Like, really, especially if we're doing, like, a cash deal, I could close, like, 2 weeks, to be honest.
That
with you.
sounds great.
Like, we could close by the end of the month, no problem.
That sounds great. He knows I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
So that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be no problem.
That would be
Now, it's just,
great.
we just got to agree on price.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, too, I would pay your cages commission also. So that's
That
something
sounds
that's factoring in.
even more awesome.
Yeah.
Why your face looks so serious? You supposed to be happy too? That sounds good. Today has been a good day and just let it keep going in a good trend. She called me back. She was like, did you get an agent? I said, I do. And she was like, oh, do you want to interview more? I said, no. I already finished. Yeah.
Yeah. Great answer.
We're sitting down doing all that. I'm just trying to get where I don't have the time that she's looking at anyway.
All right. You say you owe 170 on it, right?
Rough. If I give you the actual number, does that help my end?
What you say?
If I give you the actual number, does that help on my end?
I'm kind of running the same numbers. I'll just assume, let's say 171 to be safe. Is 160?
Right, but I'm just
160
saying
exactly?
160. I gave you the exact. I think it was 163.
Let's say 165.
Okay. I was just making it 170, so it just sounded nice.
How much money do you think you'll need for the new property?
Or how much I know I would need exact what
How
she
much
wants.
do you know that you need?
She wants 138.
Can't get you 138. You want to buy it cash? I think your best route there, well, and that's why I say I would definitely recommend you get connected with a lender because I can't get you 138, but what I could do is I can get you a good amount to where you can have a significant down payment for the property, and it will be enough for your down payment and your closing costs. And that's if she doesn't pay the closing costs.
And how much would that be? Because
So
if I was, let's say we're just doing those numbers, 138, and then plus the, let's say 165, that would bring us to 303. 303K. 300K.
Where'd you do 138 plus 165?
That's what I say. For instance, I'm just wanted what I needed, 138, and then let's say is that what you were doing?
No, I was doing
Oh.
it different. So what I was doing was I was subtracting the price I was going to offer minus your 165.
Oh.
Yeah, because your 165 isn't going to you, of course. That's going towards paying the mortgage off. So
okay.
that was zero out.
Okay.
So,
I get
yeah.
what you're saying. Okay. I thought you were doing something else. Just comparing it to the price of what I was listing at, and then what I wanted. That would be 75 cheaper.
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest thing with my offer is going to be definitely lower than your listing price, but the biggest thing I'm offering is, I'll say, and just, I know you need to, move very quickly. And that's what I do. So once we sign the contract, I'm pretty much going to close. Only I will buy it as is, where it is. Like, if you wanted to leave everything in the house as is, like even all the furniture, that's fine. You don't have to worry about any inspections, anything like that. I would have a crawl space inspection where I'm just going to have somebody go in the crawl space and just check everything out. But that's it. And even if everything's crazy, like let's say everything's crazy in the crawl space, I wouldn't ask you to make any repairs.
Only thing down there, because I'm being honest with you through this process.
Yeah.
Only thing that's down there that I would say is because there's no moisture barrier.
Yeah.
And it's just the dirt is there. I mean, I cleaned out the people who were initially here. It had trash hot dog boxes. I took out a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and the air handler is fairly new. So I wouldn't, and the foundation is fake.
So there's never been a moisture barrier since you've been here?
No.
That's all. It's more than likely fungus, and just because
Fungus.
the area that we're in, it's very easy to get, fungus and moisture issues. So fungus just comes from moisture. That's why moisture or vapor barrier is super, super important to have. And like a lot of times, like fungus isn't like a huge like negative thing. Like it just happens. Just we're in a very moist area, very humid area.
Yeah.
So it's very common. Like even homes that do have vapor barriers do have fungus in it. So more than likely it's there, but it's not the end of the world. It's just gonna cost some money to repair. But that's something I will worry about on my end anyways.
Yeah. The roof, the attic, and the crawl space is the same. Like it's not like a quarter of the portion of it. It's the full size.
Yeah.
So it's long.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, based on the numbers, and like I said, the biggest
Stop
thing.
looking at it. Just tell me.
Yeah.
Because you making me. I keep eating the chips. You got me anxious. I want to know.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, the biggest thing with my offer is just offering you convenience and just an easy sale process. So based on that, I'm looking, after running my numbers, I'm looking at about 202,250.
202.
202,250. And I can run the numbers for you to see how I got there. Because remember, this is me factoring flipping it also.
It's like 37.
That's why I said I know you needed, like you were saying, like you want a 138. I was like, I can't get you to 138. But let's say the 138, is that somebody that you know?
I just start talking on the phone.
She has the house. Does she have the house listed? Does she own it free and clear? Do you know? She owns it free and clear. Okay, that's a big advantage for you then. Yeah. So let's say it is 138.
But she ain't budging on the price.
That's fine. If you do a 20% down payment, 20% of that is $27,600. So
that's a hard money loan you're talking about. No, 20% down payment.
So the good thing is, what I would recommend you do is try to approach her with owner finance. And with a lot of sellers, the more money you put down, the more flexible they'll be on terms. So like 20% down is solid. And if she's like, it's not really much, I would just be like, well, if a traditional buyer purchased it, they would put like 3% down. That's an FHA 3.5% down. VA will put 0% down. VHA will put 0% down also. So it's like, I'm giving you 20% down. That's a good amount, And also too, if she's like, well, I want all the cash up front, I don't want to do owner finance. Well, I would say, okay, you take the 138, so you got to pay capital gains tax on that. If you do it this way, then you can get around paying that, and then you're still making your money monthly. So that's kind of what I would recommend. And you don't have to do the 20% down. I'm just saying that because you walk away with 38K, 37K, you can put 25% down, honestly. Yeah, you can put 25% down, and then you can, flex the terms also too. So let's say you put 25% down. So 138 minus 34,500, 103,500, and then I'm gonna walk you through this right here. If you did owner finance with her, 103,500. So this is a mortgage calculator, which I'll do to figure out terms. 103,500. Let's say you get her with a 3% interest rate. Over 30 years, your monthly payment is $436.36. Just off the principal and interest. Of course, you'll be responsible for taxes and insurance.
I'm about to say that. Yeah.
But I don't know New York taxes. I can't really speak too much on that, so I don't know what their taxes are like. But let's assume, what would you think it would be like? $200 for taxes and insurance, both? $200 a month?
The other house, let me see. It's like $3,500 for the insurance.
$3,500 a year?
Yeah, only because it's flood areas.
Oh, is that one in the flood area?
No,
okay.
Hold on.
All right, so that's $292 a month.
Let me just look at the contract on that one.
All right, let's say $350 for example. Then let's say $350. So if you pay $292 a month in insurance, and then like 60 something a month for taxes.
Where does it say on the contract the taxes? The annual premium on that is $750.
$750. All right, so $750 divided by 12. Wait, for the insurance? I thought
No, that's for the insurance. So that must be the taxes. That's the higher one.
All right, that makes more sense. So I was about to say $292 a month for insurance.
That's what they put on the paperwork.
So 62.5, 750 divided by 12 would be your insurance. So, you add that, you're basically at $500 a month for your insurance. Add taxes, I don't know what taxes are, but say like 150 probably.
Okay.
150 times 12, what's that, like $1,800 a year? think that's about right? I just have no clue what New York
This
is.
is rough.
Okay, so you're at $650 a month would be your monthly payment at that point, which I think is a pretty good.
My
living.
bad. And would be your last option.
What are you thinking?
Honestly, it's not what I was looking for, but I'm interested in everything else.
Yeah.
I'm just not looking forward to that cash portion. I'm just being honest, but it does seem appealing. I mean, I'm not throwing it off the table, if that makes any sense.
So what price would we need to be at for you to sign today? Because I don't like to give out offers and then not sign them. Because what people will do is they'll send it to somebody else. They'll be like, well, somebody else offered me this. And they'll be like, oh, I'll give you $1,000 more. I know because I do the same exact thing.
I'm not talking about no $1,000 more.
No, I'm not saying 1,000 more, but people will literally, they'll take my price and they'll tell somebody and that person will be like, oh, I'll do this, try to beat me.
I was just looking like something closer to that price. I really don't want a mortgage. And if I did, I'm just being honest with you. I just want it to be a little bit lower than, because I have more than one vehicle. Everything's brand new in 2025 and it's 2020. I have little ones. I don't receive any child support or anything like that.
So how much would you like your mortgage to?
If I had to do a mortgage, I mean, 400 probably would be a comfy.
400 is going to be tough, I would say.
I had to. And then that would be, I don't know, Joey or...
Because the thing is, for you to...
I don't even know who I
For
would...
you to...
Oh, you scared me. I don't even know who I would...
Lender?
Yeah, who I would want to...
Got great lenders for you that work around the world.
Yeah.
Or not around the world, around the USA. Yeah, we've got great. That's no problem at all.
Of this whole separation,
Yeah,
divorce...
I get it.
My credit is not where it needs to be. Hence me pushing more for this kind of deal so I can have those funds to get myself back into good standing.
Yeah.
Get this off my hand because it was a whole year of nothing here. So I'm just thankful that the mortgage it's not in foreclosure. So I'm doing my best, but I just don't want to.
But you're current on payments, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
everything
cool.
is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm thankful for all those things. Yeah, like I wasn't gonna do that because I have to have a roof over my head, so I'm not gonna not mess that up.
Yeah.
You know, my car is a different circumstance, so little stuff like that. That's why I'm kind of like, you know what I mean, trying to figure it out. That offer is not like totally off the table, but it's like an offer I would want to sleep on.
Okay, so I'm at, where was I?
Only because I have a lot of things that I'm trying to do.
What was that? I think 202, right? 202 500, right?
Yeah.
202 500. Okay. So where if I'm at 202, where would you be as far as price? Because okay, so you said so at 202, that's walking away with about 38K. But what's it called? For you to walk away with 138K, you would have to basically add 100 to that. So that would be 302. Which if we said our ARV, that's before rehab and anything, that's good. Even if the rehab was 10K.
Put panties on her and take that off. I probably, you know, I this conversation a couple of days ago, and he vouched for it because we've been together now for 10, 11 days. It's a little relationship. We have 10, 11 days, right? So just on those 10, 11 days, I probably wouldn't even entertain these things, but because school's about to start, I'm just trying to go. So, right. That's why I said it's not off the table.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I want it to be mutually beneficial.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like, like I was telling you earlier, I'm in real estate for profit at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah,
of course,
I
want to help, but also I can't lose money.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That would be right.
of course. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just let me know what you think, and we can, try to figure something out from there.
And what would be how much you said it would be for that I would get
After everything? So 202 500 subtract minus 165. You said. Also, this is rounded up. Also, too, you probably owe less than that. 37 500. That's what you would, and that's the 202 500 minus 165. Remember, you don't have to pay any closing costs. I would be paying your closing costs. I would be paying your agent commission. So all that is factored into this figure right here. So that's also why it seems like it's a bit lower, because I'm factoring paying your agent commission and your closing costs.
and that's your last, right?
That's not my last, I'm willing to see what you think.
Yeah, can you make it a little more favorable so this is not a sleep on it kind of situation? Because I'm eager, but I'm just not that eager,
Okay, what are you thinking?
Something closer to where I was looking at to make me want to bend and go. And I know that you want to make your profit, but just something else. Let me change her diaper and let me think about it.
Okay.
Because it would be nice for us to come to terms before you
Yeah.
leave here, and for everybody
Definitely.
not to waste any time, and let Sana and make a decision. Let me just...
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
I wanted to buy the house.
Shit, yeah, you probably know more than me than I do. You probably know more than I do.
500. Yeah, it's not enough. I'm gonna lose out. I'm gonna lose out. It's not worth it. I mean, it's not off the table. I ain't saying no, but it just makes sense. That's 37,000.
Okay, sweet. All right, what are we thinking?
First, did you come up with any ideas?
I was waiting on you.
Okay.
In fact, I told you my offer, but I'm willing to, listen to, what you have to offer. What you
This is
think?
really low, and I'm just thinking about just the conversations that I had with her and her folks, and what they were looking for, because they're not looking to do any. Like, if I was to go the bank route, they're not looking to do any financing. She wants a cash offer. So if I was to try to go back to the table, because we're supposed to have another, we're supposed to be doing a video tomorrow, and just talking, and then a meeting on the 14th. I was to talk to her again tomorrow and just throw out some things to her, maybe along the lines of maybe her holding the mortgage for me. And well, she doesn't have a mortgage, just wanting to get that funds from me monthly as a potential income.
Because what does she want to do with the money?
I didn't ask her.
That's usually something I'll ask sellers. Like, what do you plan on doing with it? Because most people will be like, oh, I want cash. I just want cash. But, like, okay, if you walk away with 140 cash, you plan on buying a Ferrari? Like, what do you plan on doing? You know?
Oh, you talking about her?
Yeah.
She's older. She kept talking about her grandkids the whole time, the conversation we had today. She's older. She's over 65. So she doesn't have need for that large of a home anymore. It's the exact same style, but just maybe 2,000 square feet extra.
So if she's, like, using the money for her grandkids, wouldn't it make more sense? At least, kind of how I would tell her is, like, wouldn't it make more sense to just get, like, a set monthly payment instead of a large sum? Because, like, it's very hard. One, you get taxed more when you have a large sum. So Uncle Sam's already in your pocket there. And then also, too, it's just harder to really delegate what you're going to do with 140K, for example. Versus, it's like, okay, let's say you get, I don't know, 500 a month. It's like, okay, cool. 500 is very much doable. Like, okay, 500, I could put it towards this, and that. I'm allocating that already. Versus 140, like, what do you do with that, you know?
I would want to talk to her and see what her head is at with it, and then ask her too what she was planning to do. I never thought of that. And then also maybe even throwing in a opportunity of asking her if she would potentially, if that was, let's say, because whenever I do something, I want to have a backup plan to another backup plan to another backup plan when I'm doing stuff. So it's just not like everything falls through, all my eggs in the basket, so to say. So with that being said, I would want to offer her maybe another idea where, similar to what I did here, where I gave him that large amount up front, and then I just did one more, and then I just went with the finance it. But with her, would she take these two amounts at that amount and just be suffice? Lower than what she asked for. I don't know if she's gonna go for it, but then again, that would take me again.
Yeah, you could do like a balloon payment option. I've done that before.
Yeah, just talking to her about it and see where her head is at tomorrow. We're scheduled tomorrow at 1. I don't know where I'd like, because whenever I do something, I like to think about where with the potentially, it can, like, pro and con to it. What can happen? What might not even happen?
Yeah.
What, the worst case scenario, the good. That's where I'm at. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this situation that I'm in appeal to her better nature to give me that house. I want that house. So that is the goal here. I mean, I had a backup, 2 of the backups. The 2 of the backups is a little bit even more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at 150. I don't want that.
I think 138
And
is
it's
solid.
less.
You're not really going to be able to beat that. A livable house for 138.
Right, I can live in it right now where it's at. Only problem, when I was talking to them, they mentioned just needing updated electrical work, and it's no HVAC there. So I would have to put air in there for me to live. Well, not even really air, just heat. Because it's going to be cold in that part of the town. There's a lot of skiing going on. And it's the decks. The 2 decks was like a little rotten, like around the pool and the front porch. Garage look.
KJ can definitely do a great job of representing you on the all-market side 100%. It's just going to be a bit harder to sell on the all-market side for just the reasons that I was mentioning. Like, you don't have a bad home at all, but just buyers are a lot more pickier right now, as you've seen. That's just getting the offer, but of course, when you're on the contract, then the inspection comes up, and they're going to want repairs and appraisals and all of that jazz. Yeah, and then it's like, okay, you can get under contract, and they have the inspection. What happens if they release after the home inspection? Like, oh, well, I don't like this. Like, that used to frustrate me a lot with buyers, where they would have the home inspection and they didn't even want to ask for repairs. They'd be like, no, I just don't want the house. Like, like, all right. It happens all the time. So those are just things to keep track of. And yeah, like, I know my offer is, a bit lower than what you were.
Lot, Chris.
All right, well, tell me what we can do to kind of meet in that
It's not
middle
even nowhere near where I need. I just need to get closer to what I need, just so I can make it appealing to her to want to take it, because at the end of the day, it's the only thing I want.
So you say you need 138.
Right, I could probably talk her down, but
It's gonna. I'll tell you though. Like, it's gonna be hard to get 138. I don't think. Yeah. Do you do a net sheet, dude? Okay.
I don't know.
Do you have a copy of it, Richard?
I really need this phone though.
All right. So Realistically, we say after
It's okay.
our value. I don't want to say lucky, but lucky, I think it was like 300 on market traditionally, based off the comps that I'm seeing. So if I did 300 minus your agent commissions 3%, that's 9. Minus your payoff is 165. Minus you already want to factor in the 1% cap at least for a standard contract. Appraisal and termite motion required appraisal is 1% cap. So that's 3,000 right there. Minus your closing costs, give or take, let's say 5K in there.
Can you take some of that off because you're gonna get 1 month or 2 months with utilities on? I'm gonna leave them on.
Are you gonna leave utilities on after you purchase? After you sell?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
This is to try to help the deal. If that's gonna help me.
It's not really gonna help much.
No.
It's only a few $100, to be honest with you. Okay. So factor that in, and then you also want to factor in at least another 3% for buyer's closing costs. So we're at minus 9,000 now. Okay, so I say agent commission, buyer's closing costs, 1% cap. Wait, buyer's closing cost 5,000 is your buyer's closing cost, your closing cost, 1% cap, your payoff 165. Agent commission. Okay. What else am I missing? Inspection repairs. I would estimate probably around 5K. Let's say for inspection repairs, and that's if you get a generous buyer who's like, oh, I want to do a lot of stuff myself. 5K, and well, your facials.
Well, the lady that I was supposed to go with before, Kavares,
yeah,
Miss Lisa, she said that she wanted to list that 325, and that was where she wanted to list that with having not to go down at all. She kept saying, and just for us to just be quick in 1, 2, 3. But I was more so leaning to the 350. I'm at minimum. This is really
325 is gonna be hard. I think it's. And remember, I showed you the comps. Those were ones that were renovated or more updated, I would say, and those were around that range. Remember? So I think 325 kind of selling the dream a little bit. It's doable, but it's gonna be hard just based off of the home in its current condition. So okay, so I ran these numbers. So okay, so we got 300,000 minus agent commission minus payoff minus 1% cap minus closing costs minus buyer's closing costs minus inspection repairs 104. Yeah, 4 is looking like if you sold at 300K, which it's good, but it still doesn't get you your 130. Even if you sold at 325, if I add 25 to that, well, all your numbers will actually change because everything would be higher because they're all for percentage. Buyer's closing costs would be higher, agent commission would be higher, all that would be a bit higher. So factoring that, you'd be at let's say 125, give or take.
that sounds better.
Which is you're closer, but you're still not at 138.
Yeah, but I can talk to her.
But that's also too, if it sold at 325, and that's not the quick sale. That's more so waiting for a buyer to come. And that's also factoring if they only ask for 3% closing costs and if they, only want 5K worth of repairs. So I don't think it's impossible. I just think it's a risk. I think if you were like, I don't have a timeline, I'm fine with waiting, I would say do that. But if you want a quicker sale, now I'm willing to be a bit flexible, but I can't get to 300 or 325. That's too far. I would lose money.
So where you go? What's your cap at the top of your cap? Come on now, give me that. I want to hear about that stuff.
What do you think? You have a number in mind?
I just want to hear where your highest cap is, so that could be something in my mind. And need to not be circling on what exactly, you know what I mean, I should do with this circumstance, or trying to figure out other stuff. So like, if the deal sounds good to me, I would go with it. Just with that number, that's something I just have to sleep on, and then I would know definitively tomorrow. And then that's with a conversation with Miss Martha and Miss Aisha, see what they were feeling. And then that's still not even really, because like I said, I have to do electrical just to get in that electrical and at least HVAC.
Yeah.
Today the conversation was just kind of, the first conversation was about a couple of days ago, and initial conversation just regular conversation. Today we were more talking about what repairs needed. So I don't know. But I know what I want, but I know that that's not something that you're interested in. So what is the top of your cap? Was what I would love to explore and just hear more about. You dancing to the music, or you saying no?
I'm dancing to the music.
Okay, because she watching you.
Yeah. Just trying to run numbers to see the new construction. Why did they sell at that point? That would be a huge gamble to sell at her. You smart. Let me see something.
You in Spanish music, and you was just looking around.
Oh man.
You in love with Don't Touch.
No, I think a lot of things just depend on what's happening in the crawl space.
So you want to come back in the morning and we go under there? I'll take you.
Oh, I'm not going under there. Yeah. Okay. One, I don't want to go under there. And also, two, I'm not a specialist. I have my people.
Okay.
They go under there. They're specialists. And they'd be able, because I could go in there. I wouldn't even know what I'm looking for.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's only an air handler there. The ducts are ran.
Well, more so I'm looking for fungus, termite, and girders, beams, any structural issues, things like that. Especially with it being an older home, it's very common
Well, that's reasonable.
for those things. to
I
come
did do a termite treatment here, only because it's a wood house, so I did do that. Haven't seen anything. Now, a couple years back, I did have termites, and I just replaced anything that was messed up. And then David, before he turned it over to me, he replaced a lot of the things as well. And then I did another repair under there, more recent, where, like I said, I redid the foundational, polished over the walls. You know, that's the mortar polish and the technique. Did brick in there instead of wood, so it's brick under there now.
Okay, gotcha.
It's not as wood there. I mean, I do have some joists still running, and your 2x8s and your 4x4s or 8x8s is still under there, but it's mostly bricks, almost like the same as you would do a chimney. You know, that same type of.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of that under there, and the air handler. Now, when you get to the back of the house, where the addition part of the house is, where it's not a part of the original part of the home, now that back there, you have no crawl space. It's none.
Wait, what's the addition part of the home?
The kitchen and the dining room.
When was that done?
I don't know. David did that before I got here.
Because if it's no crawl space, I'm trying to...
It's outside.
It's outside.
Like, it's just a wood, like, you know, the traditional how you do a deck. It's kind of like that.
So I'm thinking, like, as far as kitchen go, plumbing, like, if there's no crawl space, how would I access it?
That plumbing for the kitchen is in the crawl space, but for the dining room, there's no plumbing back there. So it's just like, it's just the...
Oh, wait. Oh, so that's the addition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that little
Got
closet.
it. Okay. So it ended at that closet originally.
Right. So there's nothing back there. It's just open
Okay.
space.
Yeah, that's really nothing because there's nothing there. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just stops.
What
right
about
there.
that?
A utility closet has a water tank in it. I have a picture of
Yeah.
it.
But I'm saying, like, is that in the crawl space? Like the what is it? The
It's
outlet to-
not.
to
It's
drain
when
it?
you get to when I crawl all the way to the back.
Yeah.
When we get under there, right? It was lower, right, Kai? When we got to that back part, it was like a lower piece. It's a piece of 2x8 coming straight across, like a joist running across right there where that is at. And under there, like the floor, like only someone like his size, like I try to push him in there. But like in that space there, like I can't fit in there. I can't really see what's going on back there. But it was like they didn't have anything really going on back there. Like I didn't see anything, and I don't really know. But I know that everything else was out in that big crawl space area with insulation, the ducts, everything is there. But back there, for some odd reason, things wasn't ran. And I think that's only because it was addition. That's what I'm chalking it up at. And I know he did tell me that he extended the house back. He had to get permits and stuff to do it.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, but it's really tight under there when you try to get, because I tried to push him in there and he was crying. Yeah, I'm trying to get him in there. He kept saying Spike's going to get him. I'm like, man, get back there and use your phone, take pictures. I want to see what's going on because I can't see, I can't fit. So it's really tight, and the only access you can go is that little, that's coming in this wire, because this is where the door is right here, where this vent is at, right? Coming all the way in, crawling from back here, going through this bedroom here, going back, and then you can get over there. Because if you go straight back, like, you know, generally you think you could, and go this way, for some odd reason, they put a long joist that you can't get under that board. So I can't really see.
Okay, I got you.
This all here is open. As I say, just crawl under there and look.
No, I wouldn't go into that yet. I'm saying, as far as numbers go, because I'm trying to think of a number so we can lock something in. I think if I possibly said like reach for a higher after repair value, maybe if I kept it longer for longer rehab, it would be more holding costs, but the market could appreciate a bit more. Possibly the market could change. It's not the best strategy, but I think I could come up at least. I was at 202, right? 202.5. I could come up to 225.
Or where does that leave me for the amount?
That would be about 23K more. You said you were 37K, so
What's his other phone?
23K on top of that.
Sounds a little bit.
We'd be walking away with anywhere from 60 to 65K. These are all estimates too, because I don't know necessarily need to pay off. But it would be in the 60 to 65K range.
Less stress.
Yeah.
I want to take a pull of my hookah stick.
You gotta do.
No closing costs. Little to no closing costs.
Yeah, I would pay all your closing costs. You don't have to worry about that.
You said what's the number total again?
You would be walking away with anywhere from 60 to 65K. After everything, I would pay for all your costs associated with the sale.
Maybe. That sounds better.
Okay?
And close within 2 weeks.
Yeah. All I really gotta do is wait for title to come back. As long as there's clear title, there shouldn't be any hold up.
That sounds better.
Okay, before August.
So, and that'll be your final, right? Because I see you holding your chin.
What? Oh,
And me.
what's our price we need to be at to sign? We've been here for a little bit.
Oh.
We've been here for some time. Yeah.
Oh, y'all want to do it tonight?
Yeah, we want to lock something in. Like I said, I don't like to give offers and hold them because then someone can just beat me. So I'd rather, lock something in. That's why I said I'll go up, 25 or 23,000 from my original. And, because I try to be meticulous and plan things also too. But, to help you out, I'm willing to take more of a risk so we can sign something tonight.
I need to be out of here about August 1st, August 8th. That was her
Yeah,
date
that's no problem at all.
that she needed to leave.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't be ready until August 1st, August 8th. And I think they told me it would take them about 3 weeks to close.
Yeah, that'd be no problem at all. We could close it very quick.
The other one was 150 though.
Because I don't think there's a way you're going to be able to purchase it in cash. Because like we ran the numbers, even if it did sell on market for 325 and all that stuff, you still wouldn't have enough cash to purchase it like all the way outright, And you said she was pretty firm on price earlier.
Yeah, she was at a little bit higher than that, and I kind of brought her down after me and him talked, and I got her down to the 138.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can get her down a little bit more.
Because if it sold at 325 on market, you have to bring her down 30K more.
Bring her down 30K more?
Yeah.
That's still 100. Well, that's about 38. I'll bring her down. If I bring her down 100.
Yeah, I'm saying you have to, because she's at 138, so you have to bring her down to at least 104. And that's not factoring in your closing costs associated with the sale. Yeah.
Let me call Joey real quick. I know he's home, but I'm going to call him. He owns Cliffco Bank. He can work with it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be left with about $1,100 mortgage. That's what he wanted to do. I don't know how he's constructing it, and I think it's based on my credit.
At 138?
He has some minimum, too, that he has to do a loan.
Who is Joey also?
His dad owns bank. So he was playing his video game when I called him. So
Okay.
I don't know how sure he was, because he was like, you can hear it going, you know what I mean, in the background. So that's why I said, Joey, are you sure? He's like, no, I'm sure. So I'm not really too, but he said call him in the morning when he gets to the office. But
So we said, how much would you put down again?
with Joey, he said?
Well, what did you tell him? How much would you put
Well,
down?
I told him 20% because I was trying to go for a hard money loan, but he didn't want to do a hard money loan
No,
for me.
you don't want to do hard money.
Yeah,
loans
he
if you're
said
saying
he
the
wanted to
property's
just do as a primary residence,
Yeah.
and he wants to do FHA, he said. And he
You
wants to
do
put
3.5%.
3.5 Yeah, that's what he said.
That's why you have a higher monthly, because you're putting less down.
I told him let me put more down. He said no, it's still gonna be around the same price.
I don't want to miss out, because he's, a money guy, but you're allowed to put as much down as you want as possible. So if you put it wouldn't be around the same
Give her that's my dad friend from Wall Street. So we all kind of hold on, just let me hear what he has to say. Hello? Yeah, hey. Right, that's what I'm doing right now. But I like the way he was going with it. So let me call you right back because I started talking to them right back.
Yeah, anytime you have a loan, you can put down as much as you want. Like there's only a minimum, where you have to put a certain amount down. But you can put down 99%. Like if you had $100,000 loan, you could put 99,999. Well, actually you can't, because the lender probably does have a minimum threshold.
Right.
But all right, so actually no, I might understand what he's saying then. Because if he does have a minimum loan amount, let's say his minimum loan amount is 125.
Right, which it is.
Okay, all right. So that means that you have to put down you can only put down 10K, or 138 minus 125. You can only put down 13K. So you could, I'm trying to think what are ways around that.
So and that was just one option. I mean, Joey's there.
No, you could also, because if you just do a regular contract, you could put, you're doing cash for, let's say you do the loan for 125 and you put cash down for the rest. Yeah, I don't see what would be the issue in that.
No, that's one option. Now, let me just take it full circle and what everybody on the little group that we have with when we doing these things, because I'm the only one who's never sold a property. I always sit on mine and I rent them out. They do this selling stuff because they build these epicenters in areas, and they buy in this one specific area and they keep them all centered. I don't do stuff like that. I'm more, because I move around. I'm North Dakota, everywhere. Anyway, long story short, where I'm going with this is, let's just entertain Mrs. Cox's theory, which was a 325, right? If we just entertain, forget about my sweet spot. My sweet spot is 350. But let's just say we entertaining hers. If we still doing that, there's still gonna be a lot. And I know that I want to make it where you're gonna profit too, but I want to profit too. What if we was to make it 90 to 100K?
It wouldn't work as far as, because the thing,
So
for me, the only reason why it would, so at 325, I think your profit was 104. I want to say. But that's no rehab cost. That's if a regular home buyer gets in here and they don't do anything to it. When you factor in rehab costs, that's of course when the number goes down at that point. So.
And what was the number again? Because I went from, it was, I don't know, it was 65 or 68.
I think I said 225, I want to say. And that gives you, that was 23K. I said 202.25. 225 minus 202,500. 22,500, and then we were at, I think
37.5, and then you said you added
so
20 to
60K.
25.
So you'd be anywhere from 60 to 65K would be your walk away. Anywhere in that range.
I don't want to have that behind my, like in the back of my mind. Oh, yeah. That makes
I'll
any
be
sense?
honest with you, there's no way around it. So I'll just be straight up with you. If you sold it traditionally, you're gonna make more money, 100%.
Right.
But it's okay, it's just taking a chance at that point. So it's almost like I was telling you with owner finance, how there's a seesaw, right? It's price or terms. When you're selling a home, there's also that seesaw. It's like, okay, you have price on this end, and you also have fast and convenient also too. So it's just weighing in the options. So if you want the highest price, then you could, same thing as like listing at a super high price, for example. There is a chance in which you could get a super high price. Like, it's not impossible, but what do you risk in that sense? You waste time, or not waste time, but you risk time, you risk convenience, all of these things. And the longer the home sits, the lesser it has value. The less, the more people are going to want, like, make lower offers and try to hit you over the head with repairs and things like that. And then on the other hand is, okay, you have a fast, quick, easy cash as is offer where you don't have to do anything. You have a very secure offer. So I'll be honest, you'll always be like, dang, could have got more. It's almost like, what's a good comparison of that? I'm trying to think of a good, sorry, it's been a long day. My brain is blank.
I know, I'm tired too. That's why I kind of want to just make a decision or just make sure I'm just like 100%. Because this would be a no-brainer if we were sitting here talking about 100 or even the 90.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just, because a traditional buyer would have to be at that point. And I still think it's a huge risk at that point. Just based on the home, I think 325 is going to be a bit tough for a traditional buyer, just based off of this particular home. And like long standing, it's not saying anything bad about the home. It's just, it needs some work put into it. Not even like for full renovation, but just, like just basic stuff. So that's what it would be if a buyer was coming in and not really doing anything. But as you know, they're going to have to come in and do certain things. So I'm not a traditional buyer. I'm coming in to renovate it. So of course I have to factor in my renovation costs. And that's why my offer is, whereas your closing cost is going to be about 5K. Buyers' closing costs, if they ask for 3%, right now buyers are asking for typically like 4% around there. But let's just say 3%. It's about 10K right there just off of their closing costs. So you add that plus 5,000. I'm gonna use your phone. Oh, you're using it? Then if you get a nice buyer after the inspection, they're like, okay, we only want 5K worth of stuff, which I think is a bit low, but let's just say for now. All right, that's 30K, 32.95. 1% is 3250, 1% for the cap. So buyer closing costs, seller closing costs, agent commission, cap, inspection. Those are your costs to sell right there. All right, so that's about 34K that you're paying for, I think, pretty much the best case scenario, to be honest with you.
And another at least 30 to 45 days.
Yeah, so you have a mortgage here on this? What's your mortgage?
So, yeah, 1502.
So at that 1502. All right, so now you're over 35K for sure. Utilities too. I don't know what your utilities are. Let's just say what?
About this is all electric house.
Okay, so let's say 400. All right, 35,447 is around your cost of sale. So these are all fees that I would be paying. That's what factors into my price, or all those costs I would pay. We're close, right?
You want to do this tonight, not tomorrow.
I don't want to do it tomorrow.
Why not tomorrow?
Because I believe in time is of the essence, and also too because this happened to me before, and I've just always been very strict on it, where somebody basically took my offer and just sent it to somebody else, and like somebody just beat my offer by they barely beat it. I was like, dang, all right, well, if I actually give an offer, it's gonna have to be for that day.
So this is a 1-day offer?
Yeah.
So tomorrow you're not gonna have this offer?
Tomorrow I might have another. I just had an appointment before here where I just signed to buy a house. So as much as I would love for money to be unlimited, it's not.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know I could like sleep on it. You don't want to sleep on it either? Yeah, I've never done anything like that. I tell you, first of all, I never sell anything.
All right, how about this?
Every last property that I've had.
If we go up,
this was my first. This is my first vision. Yeah.
So I know we're close, and I know we both want to go home, or you want to,
Yeah, I want to go
do
home.
things.
This ain't my home.
Yeah, for sure.
This
Yeah,
is I've never really lived here for more than 6 months.
So we're
This is the
close.
longest
All
I've
right.
been.
How about this? I'll kick an extra 5K. So that'll bring you to 70. So that's it. I mean, I was already stretching going at the 225, but going up to 230. I just want to get the deal done, to be honest with you. So I'm fine with losing a little bit. I'm not losing. It's a lot more risk at that point, but I just want to get the deal done.
If I take the 70, 70, how it works. What do you need from me?
Just sign the contract. That's all you gotta do. I got it right here.
You got the contract with you?
Oh, you want to see the one?
Town bank pen.
This is the one I had right before you. I'm not lying. This is.
Let me look at it.
I haven't signed it yet, but this is from the seller. Oh, I thought you want to see the other contract.
No.
This would be your contract. So it would just be this one page, real easy. We would sign it. So they said 230 because it gave you the extra 5K. So I put 230 right here. You put your name right here. Property address. Closing shall take on a place before. What's today's date?
The 8th.
8. 1, 2. Say it was 23rd. 7/23/25 at Fortis Title and Escrow, which is the title company that we'll use. They will represent both ends of the deal. Buyer to pay all normal and standard closing costs for buyer and seller. So I pay my closing costs and your closing costs. Buyer possession shall be 5 p.m. So on the 23rd, I would take possession by 5 p.m. So condition, inspection, contingency.
Wait, the 23rd of July?
Yeah,
Where am I supposed to go before that?
I can push it back. I thought you wanted a quick close.
Yeah, I gotta be on the 1st.
Okay, you want to make it on the 1st?
Yeah.
That's fine, no problem. So I'll put for 8/1/25, and we can always push that back if needed, or if we need to push it forward, we can push it forward also too.
1, 2, 3 weeks. We're close. 3 weeks.
And stating that condition, basically saying that I have the right to, have my crawl space inspection, things like that.
Does that price lower if you don't like that back part of the house over there?
No. So any change that
Because I
would
don't
get
know what's
made,
going on
this
there.
will all be negotiable. If we sign this, it's saying that it will be at 230. So even if I have a crawl space inspection, and let's say they say it's 80K worth of repairs.
What?
If they said that, I wouldn't just be like, well, it's 80K worth of repairs, I have to drop the price. That was something we would have to agree to at that point. So like at that, if it was 80K, then yeah, I mean we would have to change the price. But that's just a hyperbole example. So when we sign this, we're locked into that. So that price is going to stay the same unless it's changed. Same thing with any of these terms. Okay, so if the condition is satisfied, so deed shall be conveyed, warranty deed regular, real property taxes shall be prorated, time is of the essence. Okay, seller represents and warrants to buyer that the sewer line is in good working order, right? No material structural defects in the property except nothing here, right? No material structural defects. Good. Property is sold and purchased as is. So just like I said, all representations and warranties shall survive closing. Seller has accepted this agreement on seller's own determination of the property's value, has not relied on any representation of buyer regarding its value and marketability. Intent. So this is what I was telling you about. Seller acknowledges that buyer engages in real estate for a profit and is purchasing the above property with those intentions. As such, seller agrees to allow buyer to potentially utilize partnerships, joint ventures, assignments, the multiple listing service, and any other means to facilitate the optimal way to maximize profit as buyer sees fit. So it basically says that I can, do whatever I need to do to profit from the deal. It's recognized that buyers of the members company are licensed real estate agents in the state of Virginia. I am the sole member of this company, and I am a licensed agent. I also own a brokerage. So just giving that disclosure. This agreement is binding on the sellers, buyers, and their heirs, legal representatives, successors, designers. In the event legal action is taken enforcing any terms of this agreement, prevailing party shall recover. Blah, blah, blah.
And you're gonna pay the mortgage.
What do you mean?
Making sure you're gonna pay the mortgage. I didn't hear you say that part yet.
No, because I would just purchase it purchase it cash, so there would be no mortgage on the property. When I close on it, we would pay off the mortgage, so there wouldn't be any. Oh, I'm sorry, like paying off completely. That's what you meant.
No, I mean like you're gonna pay it monthly.
No, that would be the other agreement I was telling you about, the subject to.
Oh.
What we were talking about would be just paying it off, a cash offer, just paying it off completely. So there would be no mortgage on the property anymore at that point.
But I would still have to pay. I would still have to be.
You would be when we close on the deal. You don't have any ties to the property anymore. Because remember, originally I wanted to purchase the property with subject to, but you were saying you wanted the bigger upfront payment.
Right.
And I was saying I need to be at under 20K.
Right.
So that wouldn't work, of course.
Right.
So that's when we came into the cash offer at that point, and I would pay it off upon closing. Yeah. So this is what this price is right here, the 230. So 230 is minus your mortgage payment.
Okay.
So
I
that's
guess
that's how you walk away with the 70K or so. Because if there wasn't a mortgage, then you walk away with all that. But back to that. Yep. Services under agreement may be given using the contact information. So you just fill out your contact information. So what's going to happen is when you sign this, tomorrow, because it's late, of course, I'm going to send it to our title company. They'll reach out to you to start the title search within the next coming days, and really easy process. It's literally nothing that you have to do because it's such an easy process. Only thing, I may have my contractors just come in, walk the property a few different times and such, but that'll be it. Like, you're not responsible for any repairs or anything like that. Yeah, or you're not responsible for anything. I pay all your costs.
Kai's is ready to go.
Yeah. So I went up to 5K because I want to get it signed. So what we gonna do?
May I make sure?
Let me know any questions that you have on this also too. I can explain them. We try to make these one-page ones super easy.
Sean, what happened to that speed we were talking about?
What speed?
I need to be going.
Oh,
I'm ready to go.
no. Cause y'all just kind of like, I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I thought you was coming to see it, and then you gonna, contact him, and then he's gonna tell me the offer. But this was like real personal. We sat down, and was going back and forth, and
Yeah, that's why I like to
nothing like this before. So
personal relationship,
I usually deal with lawyers, stuff like that. So
I used to want to go to school to be a lawyer. So I realized you gotta go to school for like 10 years.
that's a long time.
Can't do it.
So you want this signed tonight?
Let's do it. What we waiting on?
How much faster you want, Sean?
Say you want to be gone.
I think she wants to stay in Portsmouth.
I will say that Chris hasn't checked his messages.
I mean, it's safe in this area, but I'm just saying, like outside of Parkview and Old Town, I wouldn't. It gets iffy when you got little kids.
Yeah.
You said you haven't checked this message?
I was about to say.
So let me know your concern.
I just want to make sure I'm making the right decision. I mean, it sounds good. I probably
Thing
could do what I
is-
have to do, everything.
I dealt with this when I bought my first house. I was so hesitant because I was like, there's always going to be another house which is better, which is actually true. I see many houses. I'm like, damn, I should have brought that house. But the thing is, you just, like J. Cole says, you got to love yours. At the end of the day, you got to love yours. There's just how we are in our mind. We're always thinking, oh, there's something better. There's better opportunities. But the thing is not about if there's better opportunities. It's about is the opportunity work for you. So that's the thing with this one. Does the opportunity work for you? If it works for you, let's do it.
Okay. And this is the last, right? This is your last.
Let's lock it in.
So let me ask you this question. I signed this right now, and I call that lady tomorrow, and she's not willing to do a little deal or go through the financing process.
Okay.
What happens? I just have to, then I'll be, because I don't know everywhere else.
That's a great question, actually. How about,
She wanted this damn cash. I was going to drop her down to 104, because that's what Burke told me to do.
what I can do, trying to think how we structure it.
Or is that what you said? Somebody said that, told me just, like, right now everything's in my mind running.
No, I was saying if you sold at 325 on market, then it would be at 104. But I was saying, yeah, you have to get at least 104. But she's at 130, and you were saying she's not really dropping. So I was like, that's gonna
Well, I probably can get her down more. I'm just worried. I don't want to put, I just want to make sure.
I would say we can put a clause in there to give you like a 24-hour. Right of refusal isn't the correct term. I'm trying to think of what the correct term for it is. So we'll put in like a 24-hour contingency. So we can make it contingent on...
If that lady gets that one offer.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the technical term for saying that though. Okay, so I'm going to say purchase to be contingent on, on seller's accepted offer of home. This is vague, but I can't think of a way to make it. Purchase to be contingent on seller's accepted offer.
The one at 138, I beat her down to 138, but I mean, I could probably try and get her down lower. Because she wanted a cash offer.
Contingency
Just
to
in case she
last
don't accept Joey, me and Joey calling over there and Burke.
I think it's terms of situation.
from 24 hours.
And you don't want to wait until tomorrow.
So I'm put verbiage purchase to be contingent on sellers accept the offer of future home. Contingency to last
It can't be
for
no 7-8, 7-9.
24 hours from 11:59
Oh.
p.m. on 7/8/25. Contingency to expire on 7/9/25 at 11:59 p.m. Put it there. So that gives you the whole tomorrow to be able to speak with her.
Why y'all doing this to me?
What? Trying to buy your house and help you out? She don't
Oh,
want.
shoot, no, I mean, like, dang, tonight.
Because then at that point, like, if she's not willing to do that, then we can go back to the drawing board. Because, like, I still want to help you out at the end of the day. So, like, if she's not willing to meet that price, then all right, let's see. But this gives you that protection in that case that does happen. So if she's just like, no, I'm not willing to do it, all right, cool. Well, no harm, no foul at that point because you're protected.
I'm buyer. No, I'm seller.
Yeah, you're selling. So all you would do is you would just put your name up here, your first and last,
My address.
just put the property address, and then where it says seller, you would sign, and then you would date. And
The
then just
mailing
put your mailing address, your phone,
This address or
wherever you receive mail at. Because this is what the title company is going to see. So if they need to send you anything via mail, they just need your correct mailing address. So if you're not here, don't put that. Put like your actual mailing address. Make sure you put your accurate phone number for sure and your accurate email, because that's more likely where they reach out is your phone and email.
One more thing. Show all of this shit and then just make it the first.
You said what?
I said this one more thing I'm gonna ask for would make this scratch out and then just be set in stone, so there's no back and forth.
Okay.
Just add 10 on that.
Ooh,
Cross out all this shit.
come on.
I'm gonna sign it right now. It wouldn't even be no thought.
Oh, you want me to go up 10? I just went up. Come on. You're killing me at that point. I just went up 5. Well, first I went up 25, and then I went up another 5.
But you're gonna get this house.
Yeah, but you gotta think about the work I gotta do in this house. So the thing with
Don't
Flint's
worry
is
about doing no work right now. Just rent it out.
I can't rent it out.
Oh.
In its current condition, I can't.
Why?
Because one, you have a bathroom that's unfinished, and also,
Well, that bath, it just needs floor.
yeah, that's gonna be the toughest thing when it comes to renting it out. And then the thing is, tenants, they mess up, so it's gonna become even worse. So that's just the hardest thing with it. Yeah. And if I rent, so what I'm gonna do is, because as much as I wish I had $230 cash, I know I have $230 cash. I'm getting a hard money loan on it. So the hard money loan is I gotta get out of there as quick as possible. That's why I flip. So flipping it is the best way to go. If I just rented it out, I'm gonna get killed. After 6 months, my interest rate's gonna go from like 10% to like 20%. So I can't rent it out at that point.
Add 10 and cross all this shit out and I'm gonna sign it.
10 is too tough at that point. How about, because I just went up 25. Went up
Add
25
10, so I don't think
5.
about it. So I don't think about it.
We gotta have some give. We gotta have some give here.
I might end up staying over just in case. I'm gambling and I got little kids with me, so I'm gambling. That's the only reason I asked for it. So I know I'm comfortable to wherever it goes. I'm not asking for no additional time after the first. I'm gonna go no matter what the situation is, and I'm gonna cross all that shit out. And
But
it
doesn't benefit you that much to do that though. It would more so benefit if your main issue is like you want to make sure she accepts the offer. The extra, this is more protection than adding an extra 10. To be honest with you,
I would love to just. I'm just gonna. If anything, I'll go here. So I don't want to go there, but go there if needed to be.
10. I can't do 10. How about I go up? Cause I just went up 23 and 5. Man.
To help you.
Yeah. Help me. You gotta help me. I'm bleeding here.
There's profit in here if you fix it good. I know it. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna get it. Just
So
give me
I'm taking
8.
huge
Give me
gambles.
10 more and let me go be at peace. I'm probably gonna leave before that date just to go stay at the other house. Or we all divide up. And initially, it was gonna go to North Dakota. I'll have funds to send them to North Dakota for 2 months. So I do whatever I have to do. Well, it was a month and a half really. And me and Peachy just wham it out.
I can't do 10. It's too much. What if I'll go up another 2,500?
2,500.
Yeah, we gotta have some give.
7,500.
7,500? What? How we go from 25 to 7,500?
I'm meeting you the same way you're meeting me.
How so? We still far off.
So we going halfway, $5,000 more.
Because remember, I went up 20, about 25, then I went up 5.
Look, I filled
now
all
I'm going
this
up another
out.
2,500.
That means that I'm serious.
Okay, I'm serious too. We both serious.
The only thing that's left is our signatures.
Yeah, that's it. We right there.
I know, this is
You
making me more nervous than you. You know, because I sat on this waiting for, to make my profit on it.
Yeah.
And it was whamming.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wham and be in here. Not with kids.
can't, yeah.
And I can't sit at this place too long. It's a temporary thing because it's rented. I'm going to sit in the basement for a second because that's the only thing that's in.
All right, I'll go for the extra 3,500. We're right there. So that would change from 230 to 233,500.
But it's just 0. You might as well put an 8 on it.
What?
Make it a 7.5.
That doesn't even make sense at that point.
You said 3,500?
Yeah, so that would go to 233,500.
That would be for me.
Now you're walking away with over 75K.
I'll be walking away with over 75K. How much would I be walking away with?
Should be a bit over 75. Let's see, 233,500 minus. I think you said like 164. You be anywhere in that 70 to 75K range. I'm sorry, not over 75. You mean 70 to 75K? Because your payoff was 164, right?
162.
233.
But we just said 165 just so it's, because there's like some numbers back there. But just
163. How about that?
okay.
163. 70K. 7,500 is your walk away. Because, yeah, it would just be simply that. Because you don't have any. I pay all your closing costs and taxes and everything associated with the sale. Just lock it in.
And you don't want to do 10, so you want to do 35.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do anything more. I wanted to do 202.
Because 80, I ain't going to think about it.
Why think about it 233.5? You're still walking away with great money.
Well, tell me somebody else who's gonna come out or be out this late.
I know. I want y'all to go. That's why I was trying to get him to do 10 so I could just sign and be done with this shit.
Yeah, I can't do it 10. I'm already stretched.
So you said you could do 5.
So I can do 3,500.
All right. Shit.
We're there for that? I'll change it right now.
So let me ask you this one question before you do it.
Okay.
So when will I get the funds to
As soon
do
as we close. Well, it's gonna take like a few business days to process, but you'll get it right afterwards.
Would you give me a letter stating or some type of proof for me to give them?
Yeah. All you have to do typically is just send them the title company they can call and let them know. But anything that you need can be provided. Like more than often, what you would probably do is you just send them a copy of the contract and they would see that, oh, this is your closing date. There's a ratified contract for whatever that amount is. So that would suffice. That's what we typically do for sellers in a similar situation.
Wait, and this is your final.
Let's do it.
Wait, but you cross that and we only at 35.
You said
If I was at 10.
Oh my gosh! Why you told me that before I crossed it?
Because
I
want you to make it to be 240.
If we were at 230, then I would. What's it called? Then we could keep this. But you're making me go up over. So that's what I'm saying. I can't do 10. I know for sure I can't do 10. But I'm willing to go up in terms of not crossing it. If you want to keep it at 230, I'll keep this for sure.
So what if we keep it at 230 and at another date you give me the balance 10?
Wait, at another day I give you the what?
The 10. Maybe on this date.
No, this is the date where you get your money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the date I'm going to get the funds?
Yeah.
Oh, so then you should have kept it this date then. Because I'm going to need that to... Because it's going to take me longer than the close.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought that was a day for me to leave.
Yeah, so when you actually
When
close...
I walk out the door, that's when I get the funds.
No, so when you close, that's when you get the funds. Yeah, when you close is when you get the funds. So what happens as soon as you close on it is when I get my people in there, they start doing the rehab and all those things.
So then there has to be a sooner date than that.
So would you be able to move out before, like if we did the 7/23rd, I think, would you be able to move
I would
out
have
before
to.
then?
Yeah, I would have to.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Because
Yeah.
I would need the money to close over there, and it takes 30 days. Even with a cash offer, she told me.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we got 7/23/25. And then we said, so do you want to keep this verbiage in here or not? For the giving you the 24 to be able to speak with the...
Time is of the essence.
I know, it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I mean, not only just that, but just how much what we gotta do. They're packing.
I'm not taking all this stuff with me. I'm not
Yeah, you can leave
to
it.
do all that.
You can leave it here, that's fine.
And you're not going to do the last 10, right?
Cannot do the last 10. I've gone up too much. If you want to keep your 230, we can add this clause back in. But if you don't want that clause, if you want the higher amount, then we take that clause out.
I want the higher amount.
It's 233,500. Let's do it. 233,500. I'll sign. What's today's date?
The 8th.
7, 8, 25. Now it's all on you.
230, 500. And that's the last.
That's what I can do.
It's nowhere
I'm
near.
stretched thin.
And that, what about a month from after that? The remaining to make it a 10.
The month after that, guess what I'm gonna be doing?
What?
Paying tens of thousands every week to contractors and to my hard money lender. 80. That's going up another 10K.
Right. We
I
had
can't do it.
73.5.
I can't do it. It's too much at that point.
And I'll add the 20 on it.
Yeah, because I went up 20, then 5, then another 35. I'm getting killed right now. Going up another 7 after that is too much.
Because I want to sign. I do want to sign.
Okay.
I want it to go one up.
1,000 up?
No.
Wait,
No. One up mean the way I was at least close to it so that I'm not killing to go do a job to get the remaining balance. And there's nothing I can do to give you or do to make it, I mean, as far as in here. And everybody wants to go, no.
Yeah, because, yeah, we're going to remove all the stuff anyway, so there's nothing that you could keep. And then we're going to do all the rehab, so we don't want you doing any of the repairs or anything like that. Now, if you want to build an addition, something like that. All right.
Build an addition, what do you mean?
If you want to build another, like, kitchen or something, all right, cool. But that doesn't, I'm just saying that just to say, I don't expect you to do that.
Yeah, because
That would be the only way to, like, increase.
Because I would have to deal with Brian and
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
you wouldn't want my guys to
Yeah.
do it. He said no.
Yeah. That would be literally the only way to increase it. Because I'm just looking at it off of what I have to do to rehab all the time, costs, all that. So there's not really anything you can do.
And this is the lie.
But right there.
And I get a copy of this, right?
Yeah, what I'll do is, if your email right there, not tonight, because I'm
No, I got a copy machine.
But yeah, you can copy, as soon as you sign it, you can take it to the copy machine. That's fine. I was just going to say I can scan and email it to you tomorrow morning. But yeah, you can take it to the copy machine. It's cool.
I'm going to run with my gut. I'm sorry you guys been here so long. I'm going to just take a chance. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to just take a chance. I'm sorry, Kavaris.
What?
I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna wait. Let somebody come with 100.
So you want
You're
the
gonna stick
100?
with me though, right?
100K.
Yeah, let somebody
What you trying
come.
to do though? Before you say anything, that's what we're trying to do here. What if we have to do the whole foundation all over again?
Oh my God. What? I just
But, like,
did
what
it.
if
It's
not-
brand new.
what if it's
Not
to
even
the
2
point
weeks old.
for the inspection?
Because I thought I was going to stay. So that's why I did it. I did everything to make it safe for us to be here. So I was doing everything because I was trying my hardest to make it work. I just don't like the folks. And I can't deal with the seniors. Kids can't go outside and play.
All of that's done with as soon as you sign that. You get out of here.
Okay,
with me and just have faith.
I thought we were close, but we're far off. It seems because I thought we were there, but if you're
'Cause
saying
I
you
want to,
100,
I
that's
want-
very
I-
far from that.
Yeah, I know. Because I was going to do it.
Even
if
the
I was.
10K, that's very far from 100.
Yeah, but I was gonna do it for 80 just with this being as a one-time shot deal. But it's not 80 and I'm gonna be working really hard. So as I have my own funds I have on the side that I can pull out from somewhere. It takes like 5 business days for them to make out the checks and stuff. So I'll be sure. If it was just me, I wouldn't give a crap. But the little ones is behind me. I don't want to do nothing less than that. And that's me not even getting what I really wanted. But I'm willing to go. I'm gonna just try. Give it another 2 weeks.
So hey,
And
what's that?
he still has to stay with me.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
No, I'm not. That got nothing to do with me.
Look
What
at
I
his
would
face.
say is the longer the home sits, typically the lesser of a price that you're going to get.
Because we've been only 10 days or 11 days.
How many showings have you got?
2.
But out of those, how many? You said one of them was your buyer, right? Were there any other agents who had shown? All right. So with 2 weeks on the market, and both of those buyers came from him. That's him going out and doing hard work, basically. That the market isn't very receptive for it, because when we post homes, it gets posted across all platforms and across a variety of places. So the market has seen it. They just aren't receptive to it. So the longer you're on the market,
Because I got a lot of saves on there, a lot of clicks and stuff.
no showings though.
Right, we haven't gotten there just yet.
So typically you get showings your first 3 days, I'll say. Your first weekend is when you're going to be the hottest. After that, everything else cools down. So I mean, I do that on my flips also too. It's like, all right, the longer you're on the market, typically the lesser offer that you're going to get. So for example, one that I did, we were only on the market for 10 days, which I wasn't that satisfied with it. But the offer that we got was full price, but they were asking for 3% closing cost assistance. And we were only on the market for 10 days. So imagine being on the market for longer than that. And they didn't ask for much in inspection, but that's because I literally done everything to where they didn't need an inspection. I mean, they didn't need to ask for anything at that point. So yeah, for what you're looking for, it's going to be hard to do. I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but I'd rather just lock it in. I mean, I can do a one-time Hail Mary, I'll say.
What's the Hail Mary?
Like, when they just throw it up in the air. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain a Hail Mary. Sorry, my brain shot.
It's like a last.
Yeah, just kind of like a last-ditch effort.
Like in football, basically, I'm hoping that if I throw the ball, the wide receiver at the very end of the
Good explanation.
of the field is going to catch it. So that's basically the offer that he's trying to pitch it to you.
Yeah, so I can't do, but I'll meet you in the middle at 5. But that's literally the last I can do. I can't go up anymore. So I would be at 235.
You think it's good?
Cause yeah, I mean at 10K, I would lose at that point. So that's why I can't do it. It's not that I don't want to. So I would actually lose at that point. So 5K is at least so I can save face, but I just can't. Like that's literally my max. Beyond my max, actually. But
All right, 5K.
to 235.
All right, so then throw this back in and I'm going to sign.
Oh, we changed. I was saying 235.
Because I'm going to call her tomorrow and make sure that she going to go for me.
All right, so if I write that in,
If it was 10, then I wouldn't be bothering him for anything.
So if I write that in, you'll sign
Yeah.
right after.
Yeah, write that in, and you're gonna make that. You said 75. Fine.
235. You gonna sign right after?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So let me ask you this question. Now I'll call her tomorrow. Now the money that I'm supposed to be withdrawing from my accounts with this, and she says no. What happens with us?
So this gets 24 hours, so we just go through a renegotiation period at that point. Now we just gotta figure out what it is. Future contingency.
You want to print out another one so it's nice and clean? Send it to my printer. Do you have a
It
blink?
should be fine.
Okay.
Cause yeah, he doesn't. I only have it on my computer. 24, 7, 8, 25, contingent.
And you don't want. You say you don't want to wait.
If we had time, like if you wasn't ready to go and you had all these other objections, oh, we can wait.
Yeah, honestly, I would just be straight up with you. If you like had time to wait, I would say wait, but you don't really have time to wait.
You said you want to go, Sean. What happened?
I do want to go. But I want to
All
go
right.
and make sure I'm able to go.
Bang, there we go. We got 235 right here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna initial right here. You're gonna initial.
Wait, that says 233.
Oh, I'm sorry. 230. You're gonna initial right by my initial. You're gonna initial there, and then you sign. Where's the seller?
Why you sound so winded?
Tired. It's been a day. I record my signatures for good luck also.
Let me make a copy.
Okay. Yeah. So
Tomorrow.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna call.
That was the longest negotiation of my life. Dealt with multiple rejections, no after no. But eventually, she did sign with me for a cash offer for money in my pocket. Every no doesn't mean it's a no. When they say no, you gotta focus on what is their why, ignore their objections, and secure the bag. And if you really wanna know how to do that, you wanna know how to close, become a closer. And if you're interested in real estate investing, watch the next video. Bye.